if you do Zen, if you are in the Islam, if you are Christian, if you are a DJ, if you are whatever you want to be. But the main thing is that it's in your heart.
Yeah. It has to come from inside.
Yeah, it has to come from inside, not from outside.
And can you name an example of things you used to do but you now say no to? I can imagine cutting cords at the opening of a new mall, or
no. For instance, when I was performing with Theo in the 90s, we started as DJs and we started as computer producers, you know, and that's what we liked really a lot. So having a lot of fun in the studio and also going out in Germany, in Holland, all over the world, and having fun there and play our new records, which we just produced in the studio. Yeah. But for instance, when we had the great success afterwards, we were just going out for playing on the keyboard, which was not coupled to any kind of mixer or anything. It just was fake, you know.
So playbacking.
Yeah. And that was in the beginning, like doing 2 or 3 shows in a month. It was okay, but after a while, we did like 30 shows a month, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was not from the heart.
Not from the heart.
No.
This was only for the money and just grabbing everything. And
it was an act.
It was an act.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was an act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is there something wrong with that? In Advaita they say there are no mistakes. Everything is just as it is, and
it is. It's no mistake. I don't judge it, but the only thing is, the heart is bigger, and the heart is whole.
Let's say they ask you for the jury of The Voice of Holland.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Why?
I like it because I like to give my opinion. I like, for instance, yesterday I was watching the program, and I was thinking, how many talents have we got? For instance, Pleun was singing her Pleun bier nog iets. She was singing, and I was having those goosebumps, you know. And then Waylon said it all, and I thought that's a really good job to be there in the jury. I'm not a master at music because I have to play my music in the computer, just touching with 2 fingers the keyboard. But I can be touched, and I also can give people trust, you know, and faith in what they do.
Dus that could be a next career for you also, producing new talent, or...
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I already do it with a young DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no singers, female singers?
No.
And how can I taste the difference between something that is made from the heart and something that's made from the head?
A hit made out of the head can also be a hit in the heart of some other people. It's not that...
It's not universal.
No. You know what it is? For me, it is important to produce something out of the heart. Because when I feel like emotional, then I know that a lot of other people also feel the same emotion, because emotion is universal. You understand?
Yeah.
But when you are very smart, you can also make a hit out of the head, because you know with the head which is emotional.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's no problem.
Okay. And tonight, when you were playing for let's say 1,000 people.
Yeah.
I did that also, playing a lot in clubs, and for me, at one point in the evening, there comes a kind of shift where the DJ goes away, the audience goes away, and the only thing that's left is that vibe, that atmosphere, that party scene. How is that for you? Do you still experience that shift?
Yeah, same. And it also goes. It also goes.
Yeah.
Like it's coming, you're in this flow, and everything disappears and it just happens. But also at some moments, then you are in the duality again.
Yeah. How come? Where does the magic end?
That's the head.
The head comes in.
Yeah, that's the head. That's the head.
People become aware of themselves.
Yeah, and that's also emotion. Because sometimes I also, sometimes I'm also scared. I have it also sometimes that I'm scared.
When you're playing?
Yeah, sometimes. It's not many times. But sometimes I also feel like a bit of scaredness comes. That's also an emotion. I think you can experience it also. Yeah. And then when I experience a little bit of scaredness, then I feel that I'm in this duality.
Yeah.
But I also can laugh at it. Oh yeah, oh there it comes again, yeah. And then I go on what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and then it goes. Just like the clouds in the sky,
Yeah.
just like the waves on the water. It's okay. It's a part of me.
How come that when we are playing, I tried once making a playlist in
Yeah.
the afternoon.
Mhm.
I said, I'm going to play that song and then that song and then that song. And I tried it. After 3 songs, I threw away the playlist. This doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Well, how come?
Well, that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about our job, like being a DJ. That the audience, the crowd, helps you to choose your records.
It's a strange thing how that works.
It's
Then-
one.
So, but who decides the direction then? Are you the orchestrator of the? What is orchestrating the thing?
Well, both.
Audience and DJ.
Yeah, both. They do it both.
Yeah.
Yeah. For instance, I'm giving this step forward to no. The party organization is booking me for a party. Okay,
Yeah.
then I say yes, I do it. I come
Yeah.
and I start my gig.
Yeah.
And then some of the audience from the crowd come to me and say, "Hey, Ramon, can you please play this and this record?"
Yeah.
They help me. To,
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, good.
Yeah.
That's really good. What you? That's a really good
That's a
suggestion."
strange thing because
Yeah.
sometimes you don't know, and there comes someone from the audience who says exactly the right track you have to play at that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's strange,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful moment.
And that is also in satsang and also in Zen, when you have this conversation,
A question pops up.
it comes up, and
Yeah.
the wholeness, the oneness comes up in
Yeah.
the satsang and also in the Daison with the Zen or whatever you call it.
Doesn't that feel a little bit awkward for you because you get paid a lot of money to play the records?
Mhm.
The audience has to pay money to come and visit the party.
Mhm.
Isn't that a little bit out of balance?
Yeah.
If we talk about this,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the audience plus the DJ makes the party.
Mhm.
And yeah, I know there has to be some difference, but we know that it's all the same. So, well, let's talk a little bit, if you want to, a little bit about
Yeah.
money, because
Yeah.
that's for me. I stopped playing as a DJ because I didn't get the feeling out of it anymore. I hated it at the last couple of gigs.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I still thought, man, but this is 1,000, 2,000 euros I can earn here in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I cannot say no to this. But
Mhm.
all my buddies said, and the strange thing, I got really scared to play records because my whole body said, no, never
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
But money, it still is a part of our
I know the
job.
feeling. I know exactly the feeling. What you're telling, what you're talking about that. But that is becoming a head thing.
Yeah,
That's head.
you cannot follow that motivation.
No, and it's also very nice when people like you so very much that they pay a lot of money for you to come and do your trick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
For instance, how is it? This Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah.
I don't think that he just comes to a satsang all over the sea, from Canada to Holland, just for the energy, for the prana. No. And I don't think that that other guys, which are doing a very good thing, do it. I think money is also energy.
Wow.
Yeah, and when you see it like this,
it's love. Money. It's a package of love people give you.
Yeah, but when you don't see it like this,
Yeah.
you can also see money like something else, like dirty cash.
Yeah, but that's when you earn it maybe in the wrong way, when your heart is not in it. Because I know when I earn a lot of money and I go out the next day to eat and I taste the food and I know it's made with love, I give a big tip.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
the energy starts flowing again.
Yeah. And the same, for instance, when I see Lionel Messi playing, I like it so much when he plays the soccer, you know. He is not... he likes the game. He really likes the game from the beginning until the end.
Yeah.
I never saw him, maybe one time that I saw him like being a little bit of negative. But most of the time, he is just as good as he ever was.
Yeah.
And that is really really, really good, you know. And that is the most important, that you like the play. Just the play. It's the play. It's all the game.
What do you think is a good age that a DJ should stop DJing? DJ Jean is now, what is he, 52, 51?
Yeah.
Isn't that, aren't you
Never?
losing? No?
Never? No.
Aren't you losing the connection with the youth and
No, it's
people?
then it's the heart.
Okay, the
It's
heart
a heart.
is timeless. It's ageless.
Yeah, it's inside, you know.
Yeah.
And whatever the people say. For instance, Heino. I know a few. Yeah, I know the singer.
Yeah.
I was walking in Germany and one time, and I saw this big billboards of Heino, and he was. I thought he was already dead.
Yeah.
But he was like 72, and he made a new album.
Yeah.
And he was there with his white hair and his black glasses, and just made a big tour. 72, unbelievable.
Yeah. So you think you're still going to do this?
I think I said to Theo last time. I think that in 20 years we were coming on the stage with the rollators.
In a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair.
Yeah. I can imagine that. Yeah. Okay, some final words, because your brother is getting a little bit anxious. He wants to get some nice clothes.
At the shopping mall.
At the shopping outlet. For some young DJs, I want, one of the reasons I do these interviews is also to inspire them.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, you also inspired headhunters.
Mm-hmm.
Willem is also into. Should every young DJ get a taste of this Zen thing, Advaita thing? Can they help?
If they want, then they have to do it. But I think the real important thing is just to follow your heart, just to do what you like and do it as long as possible. I had a few years ago, I had a very famous DJ, which is now very big in the hardstyle scene also. We had some appointments, we did some meditation, and we talked about this thing. And he was not satisfied with his life at that moment. And I said to him, man, you have such a really good life, and maybe you don't see it at this moment, but you can do this thing which you were dreaming of when you were a little child. You are playing very good music, and you have a lovely girlfriend, and you traveling all around the world for so many people which like the things you are doing at this moment. So live your life. Do it at this moment. You are 30. Live your life. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And he did it, and he's very thankful.
It worked.
Yeah, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's what I like. So I want to say to all the youngsters, the DJs, just do whatever you want, and love life, love what you do.
Finally, some advice for jocks or DJs who feel like they're maybe also coming into a burnout, that they think it's all too much traveling, too much everything. We have in Holland here this guy who stopped playing as a DJ, who also became in a burnout. What's his name again? He was also at RTL. Yeah, what was his name in there? He was this RTL late night. Not Sidney Sampson, but.
I know what the guy who is with this runner with Nicky Romero.
Nicky Romero. He stopped playing because he couldn't handle the stress anymore.
And that is really important. So listen to your heart. Listen what your heart is saying. I mean, when you listen to your body. Your heart is your body. Yeah. So listen.
But there's a management that says, "Come on, don't be silly. You're 20, 25. You can handle this. It's all between the ears."
Yeah.
Is it maybe the fault of the managers who keep pushing their talent, or?
It's not the fault. It's your responsibility. It's your own responsibility. You also can say no
to a gig or for a year.
Or what you can say is like, what I want to do now is that I'm just playing once a month or 2 times a month, but to get some air. Yeah. Really like literal and also physical. Get some air. Yeah. Go out. I know what it's like to be in a studio, sitting there and only producing, getting white of not coming outside, no vitamins D, just sitting inside, no fresh air, and just sitting and just being creative. Well, there's a big story. You can't be creative if you want it, because creativity just comes when you let it go,
Inspiration isn't something you can order via email or telephone.
That's what we think.
We think we can make this.
And if they want it, then we come to the point of Zen and I don't want to use the word because it's hurting my
Your throat, yeah.
my throat, because words are also like sounds, but then you come to quietness. Just go in quietness. Go for 1 week or 2 weeks alone in the mountains and see what kind of inspiration comes there. Read a book about Nietzsche, how he did handle this thing when he was a professor, went to the hills, to the mountains in Italy, and get some inspiration from those guys.
Yeah. So no quick fix. You don't have any advice for jocks or DJs who are now at the edge of the cliff. I say, okay, tomorrow at 9 a.m. get up, start meditating, start running. No program.
Yeah. There are many things.
Yeah.
You can go sporting. You can go sporting. Go outside. You can let your energetic body flow. You can sit quiet in meditation groups.
Yeah.
It's all possible.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that
listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart.
Roxette sang it. Yeah. When people want to watch your documentary online, is it also with English subtitles?
No. Yeah, we have to do that still.
We have to get someone.
Yeah, it's good that you say it. You told it already to me, I think 100 years ago. So.
In the Dutch interview, yeah. Oh, for our Dutch viewers, there's also a Dutch interview we did. Thanks again for this nice talk.
Yes.
And good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sitting here with Els Thyssen for a second talk. First talk we did was in Dutch, and now a week later in English to talk about your new book, and of course, the Course in Miracles, A Course in Miracles. Els, can you tell us something when you first heard of A Course in Miracles? How did it come into your life?
Well, I was reading a spiritual magazine in the Netherlands. No, there was something happened before. I was in a bookshop and I took a book, that green pocket book, and I opened it and I thought, wow, what a big book, and what a crap. So I closed it and I thought it's from China, and I put it back on the shelf in the bookstore, and then I thought, well, I'm done with all this reading spiritual stuff and so. So a year later I had this spiritual magazine and there was announced a course. I didn't knew where it was about, but I said to Anja, I have to go there. So I made this, I said I will come, and I traveled to that course, and then we sat there 10 o'clock in the morning, and this lady who gave the course, she reached under her chair, took this book and said, this is A Course in Miracles. And I looked and said, oh my God, that is that big green book from the bookshelf a year ago. So that was why meeting A Course in Miracles, there was no escape. It came on my path, and a year later it took me, and it grabbed me, and so I opened it. And I read the introduction, and the introduction really took my breath away. It just hit me. And a week later, after the course, I phoned this organization here in the Netherlands about that works about A Course in Miracles, and I said I want to join a group. And the man said, well, there's no group in the south of Holland. And I said, so what to do? Well, he said, you start a group yourself. I said, oh my God, I'm just with doing lesson 4. I couldn't do that. Well, yes, that's no problem, he said. So he sent me a list with names from people who were doing A Course in Miracles here in the south, and I put it on my desk, left it there for a week, and then I started calling these people. And they said, well, we want to join the group, but we don't want to be the facilitator. You have to facilitate it. Well, this group came together when I did lesson 26. The first lady who came in introduced herself and said, well, I'm doing A Course in Miracles already 8 years. So I thought, oh my God, I'm doing lesson 26. But, well, it was no problem. Group with that group we came together and for over years and years, and we were a very close group, and people came and joined the once we were with 33 people in this room doing A Course in Miracles. Well, they sat on the floor and they sat on each other's lap because there was no 33 people in this small room.
And how does it work, Els? Do you take one lesson out of the course and then start debating about it, or how does that work?
Not at all. Not at all. What we do is we take a little part of A Course in Miracles, we read it, mostly ask who wants to read it, and then somebody says I want, and I say who wants to read it again. So a few people read this little part out loud, and then I say this part, what the message here, how do you live up to what's said here? So we ask people to share about how they practice what the Course says in daily life, and that is what we talk about, not about interpretation, not about, we say, what do you understand from this text? And people say, well, I understand that it says, but it's never a discussion.
No. And you are not a teacher who says, oh, you got that all wrong. It's not about this.
Well, I don't know what's right and wrong, so I just can tell what my understanding of a certain text is. And I can see, when I look back, I can see that it changes all the time. So when you ask me, what does, for example, the essence of our being is love, what does it mean to me? Well, I probably would have said something different 10 years ago than I say now, with other, well, there's more, well, it changes all the time. It changes all the time. So I can never tell people what it says for them.
Yeah.
When somebody asks me, what does it mean? I say, well, what does it mean to you? What is your understanding of what is said here or what is written here?
So there's no right and wrong way?
I would say no.
No.
That's a mistake. Think there's a right and a wrong way. There are two. Well, you can do it this way and you can do it that way, and the only difference between these two ways is the experience of the way. A yes gives another experience than a no, and that's the only difference.
And does the course, A Course in Miracles, invite you to try out these things? Does it?
I would say yes. I would say the Course would say get a focus and act according to focus. And well, the problem is when we say the focus is love, when we don't have when we are mistaken, or when we